Hi, this is Sachita.S and I'm a first year Mbbs student at ES, IMC and PGMSR in Bangalore. Yes, you heard me right. In my previous video, I was waiting for my MCC counseling and for the seat allotment to be result to be announced. And on 21st, we got our allotment letters along with the seat allotment result as to which college we have been allotted for MBBS or BDS or any other course. So in this video, I'm going to talk about my experience during my reporting time to my admission period and the mistakes that I might have made, my complete experience. So let's begin. Right now, if we consider right from the beginning, on 21st of October, we got the seat allotment result. We had the reporting time from 22nd of October till 28th of October. This was a reporting time given to report to your medical college that has been allotted to you for verification and admission process. So prior to reaching, you might have received an email. The email might include the checklist, the required application formats, the documents that might be required during the admission process, and the nodal officer's name and contact number. The nodal officer's name and contact number has been given so that if you have any doubts regarding the location of the college or regarding whether it's working, regarding its working hours or whether it's open during government holidays or not, you can clarify all your residual doubts with the nodal officer. Now, I can divide the time period and the requirements into three factors. The first factor that is very much important before reporting to your college is your travel time. In case if you're an outstation candidate just like me, travel time plays a very key role in deciding how long your admission process might carry on and how much time are you left up in case if your documents are incorrect in some cases. So in case if you're an outstation candidate, make sure that you reach the reported or allotted college at the earliest. For example, if your date has been given right from 22nd till 28th, make sure you reach by 22nd or 23rd. To the maximum 24th. Don't delay because that's going to give you a drawback. You might have some problem that you might face during the admission process. So travel time plays a very important role in this situation. The second most important factor is government holidays. In case if you got an admission in a government medical college, make sure that you consider this factor as very important. Because there are some 2 to 3 documents which requires the approval of government officials, and during government holidays, none of these will be available. So please do consider this. The third most important factor is where are you residing during your admission process. Admission process will not take a single day. It will at least take 2 to 4 days. 4 days in the worst cases, 2 days in case if your documents are absolutely correct. In my case, it took me 3 days. In case if you're staying somewhere close to your medical college for the next 2-3 days when your admission process is under processing, this can give you a benefit. You don't have to travel a long distance to reach this area and the college is easily accessible. That means you can go complete your admission process, return back. In case if any additional documents is needed, you can go verify it and again give it back to them. So in this way, it will be very much useful to all the students. Now coming on to the documents that are needed during the admission process. In the email that you receive right after the seat allotment result is announced, in the entire email you will find the checklist, some of the formats of document as I mentioned before. So in this you need to make sure that you have all the documents, you need to fill the documents as per the requirements. So I'm going to mention what are the documents that are needed, and I think for all the government colleges, medical colleges, it might be the same, just one or two up and down might be there, but overall the entire documents might be same. So the first requirement is the NEET admit card. Take the admit card, make at least 3 copies because you need to submit 3 copies along with 1 copy of your original documents. Second is your NEET scorecard that you might have downloaded on your result date. Third is your 10th and 12th mark sheet. Make sure that you have the original copy, not the digitally verified, but the one that has been collected from your institution. Then comes your transfer certificate, that also has to be in the original form. Migration certificate, it also has to be in the original form, right, taken right from the institution. Then comes your steady cum character certificate. If you write an application and give it to the institution, they will provide you with that certificate. Then comes your eligibility certificate. They'll provide you a website or a URL along with the checklist in which you have to click and register yourself for the eligibility certificate. Then comes your Aadhaar card. Aadhaar card original copies, along with that the photocopies are mandatory. Then comes anti-ragging affidavit and anti-ragging bond. Anti-ragging bond is already provided in the email. Anti-ragging affidavit can be provided only if you have registered yourself online to the URL or the portal that has been provided along with the checklist. Make sure that you register online, or else you are going to have a problem during the admission process. Then comes the bond papers. The bond papers, like in my case, I had 2 bonds. One is the UG service bond because I got a medical college in Karnataka, so I have 1 year of service bond. So that service bond had to be printed on a stamp paper of 100 rupees. The second bond was anti-ragging bond, which states that I wouldn't be indulging in any sort of ragging in the college during my course. So anti-ragging bond also has to be printed on a stamp paper costing 50 rupees. So these are the bond papers that are needed. And the last most important thing is that you need to provide the demand draft of your tuition fee. Like in my case, the total tuition fee was 1,26,150, which includes 1 lakh rupees of your tuition fee. It includes 5,000 rupees of your security deposit that has to be submitted in the first year or the next year also. Then comes your university fees, which is costing 9,350, which takes me to a total of 1,14,350. In case if you require you require a hostel, you need to consider additional amount like 1,800 rupees per year, and around 10,000 rupees is a security deposit, that is one-time payment. So if I conclude both the tuition fee and the hostel fees, it will cost you 1,26,150. You need to prepare a DD and submit to the college for further verification and admission process to be continued. So now let's come to the third part of the admission process. Here I'll talk about the gross mistakes that I made during the admission, the problems or the hurdles that I might face, and how I dealt with it. So the first mistake that I made was that I left my resident address to the destination. I started from there quite late. That means I took a train from on 25th thinking that I'll celebrate Diwali, I'll complete the festival, and then we'll go on to the college for admission process. Thinking that the admission won't take a longer time, rather it will take only a day or 2, not more than that. So we moved on 25th, we reached on 26th in the morning. 26th being a government holiday, all the courts and banks were closed. That means we couldn't prepare a DD, and we were not even done with the UG bonds and the stamp paper printing work. So these 2 documents were pending. We called the nodal officer, we talked to them regarding the documents and all. They told us to come to the college and verify the documents that we already had. That means the application form and the remaining ones. After reaching there, I got the shock of my life. Indeed, they told me that I had to submit the original documents that has been issued from the school authorities. that the official documents of your 10th mark sheet, 12th mark sheet, the transfer certificate and the migration certificate. What I had was the DigiLocker certificates that I downloaded from the DigiLocker application, thinking that that could be verified and accessible, plus it could be used as the original copy by the college institutions. But no, they asked for the hard copy that was to be submitted and to be obtained from the school itself. I have studied and completed my 10th and 12th in Jammu, and me getting my college and being in Bangalore at the present time couldn't avail all the documents directly. It will at least take me 3 to 4 days. So I immediately contacted all my teachers, my vice principal, so that they can keep the required documents ready by hand. Contacted some of the people whom I knew in Jammu to collect the required documents and send it through Blue Dart, which is considered to be the fastest means of courier, to the destination of the college, so that I can submit the original documents. Meanwhile, we even asked the school authorities to send a direct email of all the scanned copies of the documents from the school ID to the medical college ID, so that they can verify it that the entire documents are valid and has a legitimate value. So they received the email, they completed my admission process with the help of those documents. On behalf of that, they even asked us to write an application which states that we'll be submitting the original documents to the latest the moment we get all the original documents by courier. So this was the biggest problem that we made. I would suggest that always keep a hard copy, though the DigiLocker certificate at the bottom states that the certificate has been generated directly from the Delhi CBSE database, but still some of the institutions will definitely ask for the hard copy. So always keep a hard copy ready with you so that you don't have any problem during the admission process. So this was the second biggest mistake that I committed. Third, I would not consider it to be a mistake, but definitely while preparing a DD, you should have a checkbook. If not a checkbook, if you have an internet banking, that will also suffice. And you can prepare a proper DD with the help of it, take a photocopy and give it to the school authorities, to the college authorities. So these are the problems and how I dealt with it. So I hope you don't repeat the same mistakes during your admission process in the medical college. Thank you. So, how was the college for?
Yeah, it was good. I think we have submitted all the documents and
the blunder gross mistakes that we made, I think we have rectified that.
Yeah, we have rectified it. We got it today only. We have to catch our courier at its origin place only, so that quickly that we can submit the documents to the university.
Exactly. So it was supposed to come around 1 hour later, but he went to the place where the delivery man was already there, contacted him and took out our documents.
Because we have seen through the YouTube also number of people who are complaining about the blue dot also, means they are not giving their services as per the timelines. So we thought even today is the last day, today we have to catch our train also. So in case we get delayed, then we will be missing our train also. So that's why we planned to contact basically customer care. From there I got from which is the branch from where it get delivered, and we immediately started to that their office, Blue Dot office in Shivaji Nagar, and from there we got the number of the person who is delivering that. So we got hold of that chap and we immediately rushed to him only and we collected. Then we came back to the university.
So this is the university right behind me. So all the documents are submitted and we are ready to board, and then we have to come here again on
the 13th we are planning to come back,
so that we can get our hostel rooms and start up with our classes.
Even we have interacted with the second year students. Now they are in the second year. So number of things that we came to know. Also
like got to know what are the required materials that are required, and
in this way we can means we will get well prepared before joining only. So we are aware of the things. Basically things like what are the means facilities that you will get, facilities in the terms of in accommodation or hostel. What are the things that you will get, like cot you are getting.
Cot we are getting?
Yeah, cot we are getting. study table you will
I
get
thought
it.
they told only mattress. Mattress you won't
No,
get. You will
mattress
get
with the
only-
cot you will get,
Okay.
and the bed sheet and the blankets, whatever is required with along with the pillow, that you have to bring on your own.
So that means we have to carry that as well. And I think study table would be provided. 1 year, 2, that depends on the number of students. But they're not providing in a single room. That is a drawback. But they should provide at least for second year onwards.
Yeah, it depends later on, means how they plan for the student, and that will see. We have to organize ourselves within means 2 to 3 students will be in the room.
So accordingly, we have to.
Particularly here what we have to see is that means if in case you have that laptop, iPads or these kind of things, you should have some secure place to keep these kind of items. So in case if you don't give us with that basically almirah
Basic,
kind of thing, then
materials that are
I am
required for safety.
planning to purchase own for
A
outside,
small locker so that,
so that
we
the
can keep
things
it
will be
safe.
safer.
Yes.
That is how. So now we will move back, and the plan is to go back to the Nasik today.
Yeah, we have our train right in the evening at around 7 o'clock probably. So this is how our college looks like.